evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Bowie State Sports Talk. That was kind of uneven. I am your host, Jalen Sims, and as you all can just tell, if you was here earlier, I got an interview in the amazing, arguably best coach in the CIAA, the head coach of the Bowie State softball team. So if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. It's on YouTube right now. With that being said, let's get straight into it. The Bulldogs softball team is now 30-13. This is their first time ever reaching 30 wins in franchise history. The Bulldogs played Shaw University on Saturday and won game 1, 10-5. Shaw had the lead at the start of the 9th inning, 2-1. At the start of the 7th inning, 2-1. That's when the Bulldogs took off, as in the 7th inning, they scored 9 runs. The Bulldogs also won the second game, 10-3. And I say my two most improved players of the year, but you heard me talk about them during the interview, this game took over. Jayla Hill hit home run number 7 of the season this game. She's tied at number 1 for most home runs in the CIAA, alongside her teammate Akira Pullins for the most home runs this season. She finished the game with 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and one home run. Then Lindsey George. Like I said, y'all hear me mention her name every episode, whether it's on offense or defense. But in this case, it's really on defense. She threw 9 strikeouts this game, which ties her career college high she set last month against Claflin. And she threw 90 strikeouts this season so far, the second most in the CIAA. She also had a good game on the offense side of the ball, with 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 RBI. Like I said, don't go an episode without mentioning her name. And as of recently, haven't been an episode without mentioning Jayla Hill name, to be honest. That's why both of them my most improved player of the year. I'll talk about their stat improvement in the interview, since you want to hear how they got more home runs, their improvement during the off season, their improvement during the end season. Go watch that interview. But anywho, they weren't the only ones doing their thing. Brittany Brewer and Akira Pullins had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Bowie then went on to play Elizabeth City on Sunday. Elizabeth City won both games. The score to their first game was 12-6. The second game was closer, and for those of you that don't remember during the interview, Coach said that in the first game, Elizabeth City was getting in their head. He was screaming. They were saying players' names and where they from. So Elizabeth City played head games, and they won. In the second game, Bowie State players got used to their name, so it didn't affect their head game. But Bowie State still lost the second game. But it was a lot closer, because like I said, they wasn't affected anymore by the head games. The Bulldogs scored 3 runs in the first inning and 4 runs in the second inning. Elizabeth City matched them. Elizabeth City scored 4 runs in the first inning and 3 runs in the second inning. Then Elizabeth City went on to score 2 more runs in the third inning. That made them take the lead 9-7, and that ended up being the final score. The Bulldogs had a chance to make history and go undefeated against conference, but Elizabeth City said, not on my watch, as they handed in their first 2 losses of the season against conference. And don't get me wrong, the Bulldogs will have another game left to go. For those of you that do not remember, last week a game against Virginia Union got canceled due to darkness, and it will be picked back up this Thursday at 3 p.m. The score of that game was 8-8 at the bottom of the 5th inning. So it's possible that Virginia Union could take that game and hand them a conference loss, but I doubt it. Like I said, Elizabeth City State said, y'all not going undefeated on my watch. And I only talked about tennis one time this season, and I will talk about them again. So here's the tennis update you all might be looking for. Africa Gentle made the CIAA All-Conference team again, as she went 8-3 overall. So congrats to her, 2-time CIAA Conference player of the CIAA Conference team, again, back-to-back, 2 seasons in a row. Well deserved. The Bulldogs ended the season on a 3-game win streak and ended up in the 5th seed. They faced Winston-Salem State in round 1 of the playoffs on Friday, and they lost 3-4. And I don't have it. Let me see. I want to talk a little bit about Bowie State football. For those of you that do not know, Joshua Pryor and Raymond Boone, NFL draft. Joshua Pryor, like I said, made his stock go up in February at the HBCU Legacy game. And last month, as the Washington Commanders hosted another draft, another combine for players that didn't get invited to the actual draft, his draft spot went up there. And Raymond Boone, Bowie State safety that declared for the NFL draft, has been contacted by the Giants, Cowboys, Dolphins, Titans, and Jets. So look out for that. I believe the draft is this Thursday. Even if they don't get drafted in the first round, if they get drafted, they both make history. They will be the first players in Bowie State history to ever get drafted to the professional league. So best of luck to both of them. Good luck on making history. Good luck on making a league, whether you're drafted or undrafted. And even if you don't make the league, you can make the IFL, like softball head coach son is doing. They still have a big name out there. So whether you make the league, whether you get drafted, don't make the league, don't give up. Don't give up. Dang, my laptop lagging. This ain't delayed, but it's all cool. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode of Bowie State Sports Talk on the one and only WBSU Radio. But stay tuned if you care about the after show. If you don't, I'll be your host, Jalen Sims. Thank you for tuning in. Catch me next Monday. But okay, now it's time for the after show. Shout out, I ain't gonna say his name, I ain't gonna say this, but shout out to somebody because that he taught me how to kind of set up the radio station. And which technically I wasn't supposed to, do it myself. I had to take a certain class, but the station was open. The guy who taught me, he saw me coming in. He said, "What's up, whatever." So I assumed he cool with it. Cause the guy that I rely on to set up the station, he didn't respond to my message. So I had to take action myself. The coach was already here. I couldn't leave him hanging. So I had to take action myself. I think I did well. The music I'm playing, I think they can hear me in the hallway. I would say I gave myself a W for setting the station today. But anywho, I had an internship interview today. I got interviewed at an internship, and I came here like an hour later to interview somebody else. Crazy day. It was an internship for a CTV news station. I think I did good, and they did a good job of showing me how they run their news. It's a 15-minute news segment. I got to see like the teleprompter person scrolling down. The director giving instructions. And I've been there for summer camp in like 2016. So I already knew a little bit about it, but it's kind of changed today. Because back then it was a 30-minute news segment. Now it's only a 15-minute news segment after COVID. So it was a good day today. That's what I was about. I think that's about it for real. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. We out. Honestly, out in Kenmore, losing that game to the Suns. I'm done with them. I still support them. I don't even want to watch Game 6. I don't even want to watch Game 6. I'm done, man. Like all of this low managing during the regular season, just for you to get hurt in the playoffs. Like he was hooping Game 1 and 2. Kawhi Leonard, 38 points Game 1, like 31 points Game 2. I think he played the whole second half of Game 1. He was out there hooping. That's right, out of nowhere. Missed Game 3. Missed Game 4. Game 5 happened already, right? He probably missed Game 5. About to get beat 4-1. Which I predicted. I literally said Suns in 5 on my Twitter. Y'all can check my Twitter at _BigDogJ if you don't believe me. I said Suns in 5. But I didn't say Suns in 5 because Kawhi Leonard was going to get hurt. I just thought they just had too much firepower. Simple as that. But from the looks of it, in the second round, I'm ready for that Sixers and Celtics matchup, man. I'm ready. I want the Celtics to win, just so Skip Bayless can be mad because Skip Bayless is a big Joel Embiid fan. He hype him up every day. It is well deserved. He's MVP or should be. But I personally still think the Celtics are going to beat the 76ers, and I really want them to, just so Skip Bayless can be mad about Joel Embiid losing. That's why I want the Lakers to move on. So he can be mad about LeBron James moving on to the second round. Yeah, what else am I about today? Let me see. I think that's about it, really. And I really appreciate the coach saying I had great questions because it was kind of hard to come up with some of those questions. I didn't think I had enough questions. The questions I asked him, I wanted to ask him more. But me giving him questions that really made him pick his brain, he couldn't even answer, made me feel kind of happy. Like maybe y'all say my question was too hard. I need to be simple. But I like digging into people I interview. I like digging into their brains, like making them really think. I don't want to ask a basic question like, "Oh, how was practice today?" I want to get deep in your brain. Pause. I want to make you dig deep in your brain for the answers. Y'all know what I mean? I don't want to be simple. That's all I'm saying. I want to be unique. I want to make them think deep thoughts. That's all, man. But anywho, that's it for the after show. It was a very short after show. I didn't have much to talk about. I was at home for the weekend. Oh, I went to the casino with a good amount of money. I was in there for 45 minutes and lost all that money. Like y'all heard me. When I turned 21, like 3 Mondays ago on April 10th. I said, yeah, take me to the casino. My dad took me. Did I regret it? No. I would go again. Like that first time was just a trial and error. I would definitely go again. I would. I lost that money, man. I thought I was gonna win. Like, I was feeling myself. Like I won $50 one time. And I said, nope. Put that back in there. Pay that again. I should have walked out with $50. I should have. But it's either go big or go home. So it's safe to say, I went home. But that's it for today's show, Bowie State Sports Talk on the one and only WBSU Radio. I have been your host, Jalen Sims. Thank you all for listening, and thank you to the softball head coach for coming in. Hopefully, I got another interview on Monday. I got to find somebody. I asked my good man Derek, who was in here on the lab a few minutes ago, and he said, I'll let you know something or keep up the good work. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. So hopefully I get him on here. If not, I'll be back on here for myself. It is what it is. I'm out. I see y'all two in chat. What we talking about? Excellent interview. You definitely did your research. Good job. Great work. But you were off center with the camera. Yeah, if she's talking about doing an interview, I really want him to be, the main focus. Because my last interview, the camera was facing me. It wasn't facing Jeffrey, and I didn't like that. Like I wanted to